Bar, welcome to 10
Hello.
with Jen. No, I'm starting again. Stop. All right.
Okay.
Okay. You can't you can't smile. Okay.
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 10 with 10, 10 with Jen. 10 with 10, 10 with 10, 10 with Jen.
Bar, welcome to 10 with Jen, where I ask 10 out of 10s like yourself 10 questions in around 10 minutes to get to know you in a fun way.
I am nervous and excited.
It's
It sounds like a
good.
default answer that most people would give.
Yeah, most people do say nervous and excited. I don't know why people get nervous.
I have no idea what you're going to ask. So,
Okay. Yeah, that's true. All right. A little bit about you. Bar Franek is an experienced developer and domain name investor with a passion for building and creating web and mobile solutions. He took the leap from film and animation to self-taught coding powerhouse, mastering everything from UX design to API integrations. Born, raised, and still reppin' Philly, he's a diehard Eagles fan, dedicated dad, and firm believer that if something doesn't work well for users, it might as well not work at all. How are you, Bar?
I'm doing great. That bio sounded very embellished. I don't know about powerhouse. That was a very strong word, but uh yeah, most of that is me.
Bar, are you ready for your 10 with Jen?
I'm so ready.
Number one, top bunk or bottom bunk?
Bottom bunk.
I was
I
thinking
am
because of your height. Is that
exactly
the issue? Yeah.
my height and weight. And also I'm scared of heights. So
Oh,
I'm not like scared of like a bunk bed height, but I don't like ladders and roofs and stuff. Like I don't want to
yeah.
be up there, edges of cliffs and what have you. So I don't like that kind of stuff.
What sucks most about being an entrepreneur?
I don't know. For me, motivation, um, or like finding the project that I want to spend time on as I'm, gainfully employed. So I don't have like super much time. Got kids now and stuff. So finding that thing I really want to focus on with my time instead of like a million random projects
Yeah.
is has been challenging the past couple of years.
Next up, we have a question from a fellow Birds fan and fellow human giant, Jonathan Tenenbaum. Do you all think the NFL needs to ban the Eagles' tush push because other teams just can't stop it?
Well, you guys got to listen up and learn how to stop the tush push because anybody can do it. Shout out JT, go Birds. What a Super Bowl. That was great. You watched it, right, John?
It was
And you
so
had a great,
good.
it's
Yes.
so good. So back to the question. I don't think it should be banned. The Green Bay Packers are trying to get it banned, but any team can run it. Several teams have tried. I don't know why the Eagles are very good at it, but they are, and too bad. Like if your team is good at throwing like 80-yard passes all the time, and we're going to ban that, like what's the deal? It's a fair play, I think.
Do you listen to music while you run? And if so, what's your go-to tunes for motivation?
Good question. Yes, I do listen to music when I run. It's actually a mix of like I listen to sometimes to podcasts when I run just to like zone out.
Okay.
And I've unfortunately, I don't know if that's good or bad, but I've gotten into like a sports podcast kind of a funk or a zone or whatever, where I just
Okay.
listen to like sports podcasts. And I feel like if I listen to some like inspirational stuff, like I don't know, like a Tim Ferriss podcast, I might learn something, but I'm just like learning about football, like unnecessary like football trivia and facts and stuff about the Eagles. But music wise, it's mostly like rock, like let's go with like Tool and like Chevelle, and then a whole bunch of rap in there. So I just have like a playlist called like Feels, stuff that makes me feel something.
Yeah.
And I just like shuffle through that, and it's, I don't know, up to like 400 or 500 songs at this point.
What is the most terrifying animal?
I have two for this.
Okay.
Ticks. Oh, bed bugs.
Yeah.
Like I've never had to deal with bed bugs, but like anytime there's like any sort of like whisper around, like, oh, they might have bed bugs. No, I'm not going there. I will stay far away.
Yeah.
But ticks will actually mess you up like physically. They will they can give you like a random disease where you're like allergic to meat and stuff, Lyme disease.
Yeah.
So
I have not had the pleasure of visiting Philadelphia yet. Where is the best place to get a Philly cheesesteak?
this is like a tough question because I'm not like a huge cheesesteak eater. Like I love a cheesesteak, but I don't often get one. But like places I've been that are like highly recommended, Ishka Bibbles on South Street, very good cheesesteak, and Delisandro's, also a great one. So I'm not like a cheesesteak maxi. I know there's like plenty of great spots. You just got to avoid the tourist trap ones like Pat's and Geno's and stuff like that.
Write them down. Okay, noted.
I don't know how to spell Ishka Bibbles.
Do you believe in ghosts?
No.
Really?
Yeah, I don't. Like I used to as a
Yeah.
kid, as like a teenager, but I don't know. As I got older, I just like forgot about ghosts. Like I
Yeah.
don't really. I haven't. Like as a teenager, you go to like a haunted, not like a haunted house, but like an old like rickety like building and stuff,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh, there might be ghosts here, but like I haven't had to gone through that experience.
Mm.
Um, I don't know. Maybe I believe in like I don't know what to call it, like this energy, I guess that's not like
Yeah.
on our level. That might
Yeah.
exist, but like
Mm.
spooky ghosts in that old traditional sense, I don't think exist.
Okay, just don't come crying to me when you need an exorcism. I don't want to hear it, okay?
Have you done one before?
No.
No? Okay.
As a developer, has AI had any impact on your work? And have you adopted any tools to enhance the development process that others may find useful too?
Yes. So I'm using Copilot a lot in Git or in VS Code,
Yeah.
which is at this time like a very elaborate like autocomplete. I mean you can do other stuff with it, but that's mostly what I've been using it for. And AI has been very useful in like explaining like harder concepts to me, like say like a configuration file for something that I'm not familiar with, like a server or like a Docker container or whatever, and you can just like plop it in and have it like explain line by line like what's going on.
Yeah.
I haven't necessarily gotten into the whole like vibe coding stuff, if you will, where you're just kind of like mostly telling it what to do.
Yeah.
You're less programming and just more like going back and forth with it. So that is something I do want to like get more experience with, because I do feel like that's going to be quite helpful, because there was a good period of time where I wasn't really scared that AI is going to take our software developer jobs, but I think at this point it might. So I think the better you are at like communicating with this new entity, this new being of known as AI, I think the better. Not only for if you're an entrepreneur, I think that's definitely going to help, but even as an employed developer, like just being more productive using these tools, I think will definitely help.
You're stranded on an island with the Sherpas. Who would you eat first?
I don't know. I mean, you can't eat Braden because he's too skinny. He probably tastes like a vegetable. I mean, JT's pretty big. He's a pretty big dude, but fellow Philadelphian, can't eat him. I think I narrowed it down to two. It's going to be either you, because you might be sleeping, you might be like an easy like poke with a harpoon. We got her, or Billy, probably because he's I think one of the younger Sherpas, so he's not as old and brittle like the rest of us. So
You picked the two nicest people.
I know that's a shame. Yeah, so I'm probably gonna get like eaten third.
When raising kids, what's one of the most important lessons you believe parents should teach them? And how do you try to instill this in your own children?
Let's see. Like on one end, you can just let them do anything they want, and on the other end, you could be strict to a very like bad fault. So I think like finding that balance of like letting them do their own thing and like breaking stuff, making their own mistakes, without like letting or them hurting themselves or being like annoying to other people and stuff like that. Um, so yeah, that kind of I feel like it's worked out pretty well for us. And like it's not something me and my wife like directly talk about and like plan, but it just seemed to have happened. I don't know if we got lucky with like
Yeah.
our kids being that way, because they're great kids, but
Yeah.
but at the same time we're pretty chill people, and like but also know where to put our foot down and like
Mhm.
draw the line and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
they've been respectful with that, so far so good.
Well, Bar, thank you for your time today. You've now been tend with Jen.
Thank you. 10. We need to learn how to like, I don't know, fish or something instead of eating each other.
You can be in charge of the fishing.
It's like day 2. It's like, all right, who we kill?
Who's got to go?